Hello friends, welcome to Rhythm Explores India. You requested to make small videos about every city in Bhutan. So I am going to describe my Thimphu tour in detail. We boarded Uttar-Banga Express from Shialdah. It took 14 hours to reach Phalakata station. We were supposed to reach around 8:30 am, but our train was late and it affected our whole journey. On the way, we crossed Jaldapara National Park and tea gardens. We reached Bhutan Immigration Office at Phuntshiling, and the rest of the day was spent in tension whether that day we would be given permission or not. It is better you reach the office in the morning. Anyway, finally, just before the closure of the office at 5 pm, we are given permission. Few points I would like to mention here. Number 1. You can enter up to 5 km at Phuntshiling without permission. Number 2. You have to mention the places you want to visit. You cannot digress beyond your permitted route. Number 3. You must carry voter card for Indian tourists and booking information of hotel of first night where you are going to stay in Bhutan. Number 4. Your biological data is stored here. Number 5. You may exchange Indian currency and get tourist SIM, as Indian SIMs do not work in Bhutan. So, after the whole day's frenzied excitement, we started for Thimphu around 5:30 pm. On the way, we saw the illuminating Chukha hydroelectric project from a bird's eye view. There are many restaurants on the way. We cheered up ourselves with famous Bhutanese salty butter tea and bought spicy dried fish pickle. We finished our dinner also with Bhutanese food items like red rice, emadashi, etc. The beauty of luminous starry towns in the dark attracted us on the way. Finally, we reached Thimphu around 10:30 pm at Hotel Ghazal. It is just in front of famous Clock Tower Square in Thimphu. One special thing in Thimphu is that just open your eyes and the balmy sights all around you will soothe your soul. Next morning, we woke up early and headed to National Choten. It is devoted to world peace. It was built in the memory of Jigme Dorji Wangchuk in 1974. Choten means seat of faith. I saw Bhutanese people meditating and taking round of it for religious purpose. Its entry fee is rupees 300. Next, we went to Buddha Dardhanama, a 51-meter tall statue of Buddha atop a mountain. From here, you can enjoy an aerial view of Thimphu. Our next destination was Shangankha Lakha. It's an 800-year-old monastery. This monastery is famous for sanctification for children and enlightening newborn babies. Then we visited Folk Heritage Museum. It's a place where tourists can peep into the culture and lifestyle of Bhutan. Just beside it, there is a market from where one can buy Bhutanese handicrafts and souvenirs. Now we go to Motithang Takin Preserve. Takin is the national animal of Bhutan. It looks like in between of cow and goat. Now can you tell me what is the national bird of Bhutan? Yes, it is raven. Then we returned to our hotel to enjoy Bhutanese dishes. We rested a while at the famous Clock Tower Square. It's a place of congregation. Bhutanese people love their king. The advice of king to citizen is shown everywhere. Then we started our journey to Punakha, touching Taishozong. This is a tourist and administrative place. The Sechu festival is held here. One should visit Thimphu to know how the big problems of our world like urbanization, deforestation can be easily tackled with sustainable development. They have managed balance between development and environment, modernity and tradition.